Give it to me like.
This is my journey as a single mom on the outskirts.
Miss Trainer!
Train!
Melissa. So
Beta trains.
Miss Traina.
Michele Traina? I'm so sorry, Mr. Carl. I was...
She's a good person. She's got a lot of heart and a lot of caffeine.
I just walked into chaos in the form of a woman.
Welcome the creator, the star
Let's
of
start
Divorce
over.
Diaries.
I am Michele Traina, and welcome back to Divorce Diaries Show Podcast, Divorce Diaries Podcast. I'm Michele Traina, the creator of Divorce Diaries. I'm very excited. My daughter won first place yesterday in her meet. First place all around, first place in bars, first place in beams. First place on beam. Now, I believe she would have placed on the roll and on floor if she didn't land weird on her heel, which she thought she got injured, but she didn't. After the trainer checked her out, she was having a little bit of a panic and was like, I have to place. I don't want to be hurt, but it hurts. We both, after she was examined by the trainer, my ex and I both were like, you need to go back out there. And we specifically said it's either we leave and go get an x-ray or you try. And if it hurts, you just walk off and we go get an x-ray. She got up and she did it. And the trainer said to me, you guys handled that really well. Who handled that really well? Me and him? My ex-husband? She's like, yeah, you guys didn't coddle her. I'm really impressed. I've never heard those words uttered before ever when it came to me and my ex-husband, even when we were married. When we got married, I never heard those words. The day we got married, impressed, we co-parented. Co-parenting went, ew, ew, ew. Super proud of my daughter. I'm also having OCD and examining my veins right now, guys, okay? I have a joke on stage that I do about, like, my veins are, like, intense. Like, if you can see, they bulge out a lot. Like, a lot of guys who bodybuild are into me because of, like, the veins. I think it's weird. But I think it's also genetic. Anyway, I have this vein underneath my arm that like bulges out. I don't know. I didn't shave underneath my arm, so I'm not gonna show you. But anyway, I was like obsessing. I'm like, is this another bulging vein? As I get older and more neurotic, my veins want to bulge out of my body. Anyway, guys, what is going on in the Divorce Diaries world? Well, I had some meetings last week. I'm going to have some upcoming podcast guests that I'm really excited about. Once we solidify the dates, I'll give you more information, but I'm going to be editing the Divorce Diaries web series episodes this week. The trailer is out and it's great. I mean, I hope you like it. It took me like 500 hours to edit it because that's where our budget is. Okay. As everybody knows, or if you don't know, I'm a comedian, I'm an actor, I'm a single mom. I set out on the journey of being an actor when I was in high school. I went to college for it. I then met my ex-husband and veered off into a little bit of a different path because I wanted to settle down and have a family. And I thought if I was traveling as an actor, I wouldn't afford that. And a whole bunch of things shifted me into teaching theater. But I never stopped performing. So when I got divorced, I wanted to shift back to performing again full time. And eventually here I am. Now, it's getting better in the last couple of years since the pandemic has now officially ended and like auditions are still virtual, but like a lot of things are in person now. And it's really I'm getting a lot of auditions. I'm not booking a lot, but I'm booking a lot of auditions. And today I have an audition and it's for a commercial that's being shot in Jersey. And I have to have a man on tape with me pretending to be the doctor. And they're like, we need it by this morning. She's like, we need this by end of day. Can you do it? And I was like, sure. And then I'm like, wait a minute. You need me to have a man film with me in my apartment by end of day. I can't get a guy to respond to my text message by end of day. What? This is also a poor excuse for me to text a guy I shouldn't that lives close by to come read sides with me. But you know what would probably happen if I texted him? He would reject me. Oh, I can't, I'm busy. And that would be into like a fetal position crying. I would waste more time, not get the audition done. And if I got the audition, I would be hysterically crying. And it's a comedic commercial, so I don't think we're going to be doing that. So I am going to actually have my manager is going to read with me on Zoom. Still looking at my weird pulsating veins. Okay. So that's going on with work. I am officially booked in Tulsa, Oklahoma for January 21st, which is actually National Divorce Day, but it says online it's called National Uncoupling Day now. Why would you take out the word divorce? Why? Because not everybody is married. Just fucking keep it, man. Come on. So I'm very excited though. Tulsa, Oklahoma, also known for the Hanson brothers, who I was obsessed with in high school. Yeah, that's right. I was obsessed with them in high school when most of the girls that were obsessed with them were in middle school. And I was fucking living the dream. I met them, Mbop, that's right. I met them and I almost passed out the US Open because they I almost got trampled by the fans, but they were like, "Okay, we have to move back." It was really it was a really cool thing. And my mom grounded me for a month after she found out that I spent $125 on the tickets because my other friend's mom ratted me out. Fuck you. No, I don't want to fuck you to the mom, but not fuck you to any moms, but fuck that the mom ratted me out to my mom. Just so you know, moms will always find out. All right, so back Tulsa, Oklahoma, January 21st. Dating, horrid. Nothing is going on. Nothing worth mentioning because there is nothing to mention except, there's people on the vicinity that hit me up that I just kind of don't want to talk to because I'm not interested. And that's fine. I have a lot of guys in my life who have come in and out and want to be my friend. Because either they think like I'm too emotionally not equipped to handle dating other men at the same time, which I don't want to do. Well, they actually don't want me to date other men at the same time. They just want to be able to date other women. So guys that I have feelings for, they're like, we don't want you to date. They don't actually say this, but they're like, we don't really want you to date other men, but we want you to be cool if we date other women. Right? Like, does that make sense? Like, you're special, man. I don't want another guy touching you. But I also don't want to make you feel bad if I'm in Vegas and I'm touching another woman. It's Vegas. And I just got out of a really long, committed relationship with my hair guy. And, thinking about another committed relationship right now at 49 is deep. And I just can't get in that. There's lots going on right now, man. Like, fantasy football is at the height. The holidays, I gotta buy gifts. It's a lot going on. But I like you as a person, and man, you're hot. I mean, I'm super turned on. Do you want to feel how turned on I am right now, just so you can know that you turn me on so much that I don't want you touching other men, but it's okay if I'm touching other women because I care about you. That's what guys do. They just start talking in circles and making it worse. And I know that men will hear this and they'll be like, she's fucking delusional. I'm not. These statements have happened. Okay, a little exaggerated from that. Oh, but although I have had men say very closely that last line. They don't want to see me with another guy, but they feel bad because they don't want to make me feel bad, but they're more than likely going to touch other women. I don't even want to tie a guy down. That's what men think when they think of monogamy. They think they're being tied down. I think that they think they're being tied down when we say monogamy. I really do think the role should be reversed. We should be like, we don't want to be tied down to your dick because your dick, and I'm sorry, if this is a family relative of mine or somebody that doesn't want to hear this, you need to tune off of this episode now. Okay, I've had people reach out to me and be like, oh my God, your podcast, Michelle. Okay, that was my mom once. She's like, I can't believe we were talking about that, Michelle. Listen, this is R-rated. I am talking about my life unfiltered. Listen, men and women, when you're adults, I do think women should be thinking the way a man thinks. We shouldn't want to commit to one penis because they're not that great. Look, I know that we're not sometimes that great either, but a pie, our flowers, whatever you want to call it, sometimes your sausages are just not cooked. This is getting weird. I don't know what I meant. My analogy is not making sense. Listen, Men, as we get older, we do age like a fine wine. We get more excited and in our prime as we get older. Now, I get it. The men in their prime is in younger ages, but you guys are acting as if your dicks produce diamond gold earrings. I'm not saying you can't afford to buy them. Maybe your bank account says you can, but you actually act as if when you finish, it spurts out a beautiful diamond sapphire encrusted ring, and we are just like, we can't have any other penis but yours. No, that is not what it does. Okay. All right. I used to do a joke. I still do a joke on stage sometimes. They think men think their dicks cost, like, men act as if, some men act as if their dicks can cure cancer. The way y'all walk around and think your ex is still not over you. That's why she's holding a grudge. No, she's holding a grudge because it took you 5 hours to answer her text message about child support that you owe her, or something else like sending a nude picture. And there's one thing that really bothers me, and it bothers me because I do it. Let me not say that I do it. It bothers me because it's happened to me. If I have feelings for a guy and I send him a naughty picture and it takes him more than 30 minutes to respond, a question mark goes up. Now, if I send a guy that I have feelings for, that I've been intimate with, a naughty / nude picture of myself, and it takes him not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4.5 hours to respond, I cannot be responsible for the river that he wakes up in. I am 110% kidding. I would never do that, but it's a joke. Okay. I made that joke. I wrote it up. But, like, come on, really? Like, obviously you're with another woman. Clearly. There's no other reasoning. So that pisses me off. And they wonder, like, she's crazy. No, you pushed us there again. Now, that was my fault because I sent the nude. I shouldn't have. And then I'm going down a rabbit hole right now. Anyway, I'm clearly not over the last guy that I had feelings for. Not so much that I'm not over him. I'm actually just aggravated by him. I don't want to be aggravated by him, but I feel like I just feel very less than, because, like, how are you out with this many women? Like, I can barely make time to brush my teeth. How do you have, and that's, why this person has this is why certain men have time to do all this dating, because they don't take care of a child, because they have no responsibilities, or they can pay off to have someone else do their responsibilities, and then that's it. I think it's hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that this person, or other men that I've had feelings for in the past, I developed a lisp during this podcast, that other men I've had feelings for in the past, and this last one too, that they can't commit to even dating me. And dating is not sleeping with other women, just getting to know me, and then establishing we're in a relationship eventually if we both want that. I didn't even know if I wanted it with this person, but I wanted to date him and sleep with him and see where it went. There were moments where I was like, I'm not sure if I'm feeling this 100%. And there were other moments where I'm like, I'm feeling this. And then there were other moments where, like, I want to take his fucking hair and pull it so hard. That's what I was feeling, because it's getting frustrated. But I didn't act on that, just feelings. Okay. So I don't know. Monogamy is, everyone says, a thing of the past, maybe, or it's temporary, and that's fine. I rather have temporary monogamy than polygamy. I can't handle it. I can't handle kissing more than one guy within a month. Like, if I've made out with one guy and then a week later I'm making out with another guy, I'm just like, this is not college. In college, I could do that and not fucking flinch. But even now, I'm just like, man, this is weird. Like, I don't. And why is that? Because I've experienced emotional intimacy with a partner, and I want that full time. Like, I've experienced good emotional intimacy with a partner in the last 8 years, at least one, and maybe a couple. And I want to have that in a real sense. Like, one of the partners I had, it was totally No, it was not real and real because he was cheating on his wife with me. Oh no, she's a whore. If you haven't listened to the podcast and the story, it was a betrayal amongst a lot of lies that he told me. And I got myself in a really stupid situation. But I felt like I had emotional intimacy with that person, but it turned out to be all fake. At the time, when I experienced it, I was like, oh my God, this is great. And I want that. And then there was another partner that I had that I thought I experienced it with as well. Although if I look back at it, that partner and I had a very good emotional connection. I don't know about the physical connection, but we had something. And I thought that if we kept building that something, it could get even better. However, that person turned out to be an asshole too. So I don't talk to him anymore. The last guy that I was with, I will say, I felt like, wow, this has got a lot of nice things in it. But again, he couldn't commit to dating, not even being in a relationship, just dating me and only me. And the reasonings kept changing. So it just all sucks. But I've experienced the emotional intimacy and I want it to last for a while. Like I want to have that intimacy at least once a week. God, man, that's difficult for men. It's difficult for me to switch it on and off too. Okay, go with this guy, and then I go with this guy, and then I go with this guy, and then I go with this guy. It's like I don't want to double dip. I don't want to put the chip that was just in another woman's mouth in my mouth. I might as well just make out with the woman. Okay, so that's where we are in the dating world. My tip for the Thanksgiving week, because someone just asked me, like, are you ready for Thanksgiving? Like, what does that mean? Am I ready to like start the depression train of the holidays? Hey, okay, I love Christmas. I love getting together with my family for Thanksgiving, but there is a slightly suicidal tone of the holidays. It's not funny. Suicide's not funny, but I'm saying like there's this moment where everyone starts to fear things. Like, am I enough? Did I get enough done this year? I don't have enough money to buy these gifts. I am now broke because I bought all these gifts. All these questions start coming up from the surface, and then you're reminded. And then if you're not feeling sad and down and left out by the end of the holidays, there's New Year's Eve with a ball drop reminding you that you're fucking alone. You have nobody to kiss except your pillow. And I have somebody to kiss. I have a family. I have a daughter. I have a lot of people. But I really am a hopeful romantic. And I want a boo to kiss at midnight. Am I going to get that? Not this fucking year. And I really could care less. It does hurt. You know, it's just like, if you didn't make it to the Olympics and you had someone who lived next door to you that kept making it to the Olympics, it'd be fucking annoying to see every day. You know what I mean? Same kind of thing. So I'm hoping I book a New Year's Eve gift because my some plans shifted and I want a New Year's Eve gift. So now I'm going to get off recording this podcast and go for that. So my Thanksgiving advice to you is just go for whatever you think you can make by the end of the year. If you have goals that you have not even started yet, fucking start them. If your goal was to fucking clean your bedroom, pick one space in the bedroom and clean it. Like right now, my goal was to reshift my room. It's not happened. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw out all the old clothes that I have into the lupus thing. There's like a lupus van that comes. This sounds really weird. Picks up clothes for people who have lupus. I'm going to do that. That's the one thing I can get done in the next month. I know it. It's realistic. Pick one realistic goal that you can get done on that list that you have not accomplished and go get it done. And if you can't even do that, I want you to write down one thing that really makes you smile and keep finding or doing that thing. I'm Michele Traina. This is Divorce Diaries. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I am grateful for you if you are listening. I am grateful for so much in my life. It is difficult out there sometimes. I hope I make you laugh, I smile, and that my story can make you feel better about your life. I want to make you laugh, smile, and want to motivate you. So keep tuning in, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the email list, divorcediaryshow.com. The web series is premiering December 1st. And don't forget National Divorce Day / National Uncoupling Day. Watch me uncouple myself in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Guys, stay tuned for more. I'm Michele Traina, and this is Divorce Diaries.